Alright guys, Vince Reed here, and if you're looking at the screen it says, if Google stock was a penny, would you buy it? You guys, I really encourage you to watch this entire video because here's going to be some information that's going to open your eyes to some information that you may not have even noticed or have seen, but once you see what I'm about to share with you, you're going to be able to position yourself to make a lot of money. Alright, a lot of times, information is right at your fingertips. It's right there, but you just don't see it. I'm going to expose it to you today. You see, I think 99% of people who know how powerful Google is would buy their stock if it were to sell for a penny, right? That's pretty much a no-brainer. Everyone would buy Google stock right now if it sold for a penny. Okay, the reason it makes sense to do that is because everyone would buy Google stock because they have single-handedly convinced you, me, and almost everyone else in the world that when it comes to accurate information you search for, you can find it on Google, right? I mean, if you have a question, if you need to figure out something, you just say, hey, I'm going to go to Google and I can get that information. If it came out that the majority of the content on Google is not accurate, most people would probably call me a liar. They'd be like, what are you talking about, Vince? I just went to Google, got some good information yesterday, and it probably worked for me. But if I were to tell you that there's information that's not accurate, you probably would not believe me. Well, sad to say, on Google, especially in some niche markets, you will see a lot of inaccurate information. And it's not really Google's fault. It's really the way that they set it up. And in fact, I pretty much would probably be able to bet that when they set up Google, when they first launched, they did not expect it to be what it is today. I mean, you have millions of people submitting content and millions of ways to get on Google. It leaves a lot of room for information not to be so accurate, especially as information constantly changes. All right, so you may be asking yourself, where are you going with this? Where am I going with all of this? Okay, I'm going to be able to get into that. But before I pull everything together, okay, let me show you a live demo of Google and teach you about SEO or search engine optimization and the perceived role that Google plays in this perception. All right, so I want you to check this out because this is important to you understanding how you're going to position yourself so you can see this from a different perspective. All right, so take a look at this and enjoy, and I'll be right back with you. Hey guys, real quick, wanted to give you a quick demonstration of Google. Everyone has been on Google. I could probably put as much money in my bank account on that, that we've all used Google before. And if you really understand how search works, you can kind of understand what Google has done. So, you can search for pretty much anything. So let's, for example, if we search for marketing strategies, and even when I start to put in the S, it automatically starts to show me some of the different search terms that people will search. So if I click on marketing strategies, okay, what you see up top are all of the sponsored ads. These are people that are paying to be here, and then you can see all of the other additional sponsored ads of people that are paying to be in front of this traffic. Now if you look at over here, these sites are basically what you call organic search. Okay, this means that these sites will come up and Google is basically saying that based on the keyword marketing strategies, these websites are what they feel are the most relevant. Now, you that are internet marketers might say, I can click on probably the top 5 and I could probably tell you 10 other sites that you can get better marketing strategies on. But Google, of course, says that these are the most relevant based on their algorithms that they've come up with to essentially rank websites. So you can see here is a Wikipedia site. Let's see, studymarketing.org, best website. Studymarketing.org, you can see it looks like a pretty old site. And I'd be willing to bet that you're not going to get the very best marketing strategies on the web on this website. So as I go back, you can see here marketingstrategies.com. Obviously the person has the domain, so this is going to pop up. Looks like a pretty cool site. Never really heard about it, but maybe I'll go back and take a look and see what it's all about. You come down here, you see a YouTube video, it looks like, or actually it looks like it's a thumbnail. Let's take a look at this. It's not actually a YouTube video. Let's see how to develop a marketing strategies in 5 easy steps. So you can see this is about.com. Looks like a very small post, not very much content. And you can see this is what comes up. So I wanted to show you guys this because you can see that these are the search results that Google puts up, but I want you to become aware now of the perception that you have when you search on Google. The perception of most people is that you're going to get the most popular, the very best, the best quality content And it's clear that you don't always get that, but that's the overall perception of most people. So what I'm going to do right now is going to get back into the live presentation, because I want to explain to you what's going to happen when people start to realize that you don't get the very best marketing strategies. And I don't think that Google started out this way. I think that they started out with a really strong plan, but because they have so many people submitting content into the search engines, and it's people that are beating the system, that are SEO masters, that can literally get their content here quickly, okay, it's almost manipulated the system. So when people start to realize that, when that becomes more apparent to the everyday user, I want to kind of show you what's going to happen. So let's get back to the presentation. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that quick Google demonstration. Now, what I want to talk to you about right now is what matters to Google, okay? Because it's important to understand what matters to them so you can see the perspective and their approach to doing business. You see, the words matter. Everything that you put on a page, everything that you submit, those words matter, because Google has to figure out a way to make that information relevant to their customers. And who are their customers? Their customers are you, me, and even them. I'm sure they even use Google to search for information. All right, the titles that you were searching for matters, right? What you're searching for, when you see a title, when you're searching through the Google search results, and the title matches what it is that you're searching, okay, that is powerful. That matters to Google. The links on the content, okay, where you're going when you essentially click a link in the content that you find. Okay, this all matters. So for example, if you have links inside of your content that lead to places that aren't relevant to what that person was searching, Google doesn't like that too much, right? The words in the links matter, right? So if you have content and you're linking a specific word to specific information, okay, the links that you're linking out to matter. So for example, if you're looking for marketing strategies and you go to Google and an article pops up with marketing strategies and you start to read the content and you see a word that says marketing strategies, but if there's a hyperlink, which means that if you click it, it's going to take you to another place. So you click on that word and now it takes you to another website about marketing strategies. Google likes that, right? The reputation of the sites you visit matter, right? So they have what's called page rank. So the more, let's say the site is an authority site, the better, all right? So all of these things are what matters to Google, okay? But the information to you, okay, the information that matters the most to you is the information that comes up on page 1 of Google. All right, now this perception of the truth, which is all of the information that comes up when you search, is accurate. Okay, this is basically what we perceive, and what most people perceive is that everything that you search will be accurate. That alone is worth over $600 a share to the lucky shareholders who purchased Google stock, which, by the way, opened at $80 a share way back in 2004 when Google decided to go public. And if you guys don't know how long Google has been around, well, they became a company back in 1998. So when you think about that, okay, that wasn't too long ago. A company that's now the most powerful company, or I should say one of the most powerful companies in the world, hasn't been around that long, are now selling for over $600 a share, all based off of a perception of the truth. Okay, it's extremely, extremely important for you to know moving forward in your business. All right, now, if you know that everything may not be as accurate as you once believed it was on Google, so if you know that everything isn't as accurate, so for example, I showed you guys a live demo earlier of Google, and we pretty much came to the conclusion that we probably could name off 10 to 20 different websites that would give you better information on marketing strategies. If you know that, then you probably realize that your opportunity to buy Google low is gone now as well, right? Because it's pretty much saturated, the price is pretty high. I don't see it ever going back down to $80 a share. Okay? This also means that your opportunity to be the person who people see when they search will always be compromised by people like myself or some 13-year-old SEO whiz kid who knows how to get their content onto Google, right? Like a lot of the sites that we saw, they were older sites. You could tell there wasn't a lot of work done. Okay, these are things that you're always going to have to essentially be working against you. These are things that are going to work against you. I should say people that know SEO, people that are constantly putting up content. Okay, now it would be smart to position yourself in front of a new and more accurate wave of information, right? Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do? I remember actually a couple days ago, and I've heard this story before, they asked Wayne Gretzky, they said, what makes you a great player? And he said, other players go where the puck is, I go where the puck is going to be. All right, so if you know that Google's information may not be as accurate, if you know that you're never going to be able to get the stock low, you want to position yourself in front of a new wave of accurate information. And that wave will be NetDivvy.com. So where is the opportunity in all of this for you? Okay, so let's talk about that right now. Where is the opportunity in all of this for you? All right, this is what I see. Okay, I see an opportunity for people that have value and have watched history. Okay, we've seen what's happened to Google. It hasn't been that long. We've seen what happened to companies like Apple. Okay, if you've watched history, to now know how to position themselves in front of a new and more accurate search engine. If you've seen what history does, you would know that you want to probably position yourself in front of the most relevant and accurate information. Okay? If I can already tell that the information, even on Google, is not as accurate as it once was, and the search results could have been put there by some kid who is not an expert in that specific topic, but is a master manipulator of content, what do you think is going to happen when more people realize this as well? What do you think is going to happen when people start to realize that, that information on Google isn't that accurate? Okay, that information, that person isn't even in that business. That person has never even used that product. What do you think is going to happen? Well, people are going to look for a better place to find targeted, up-to-date traffic. That is exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what you do right now, right? Okay, before people would never even think about going to other places. Now, because they're starting to realize that you can get more information, better quality on other places, people are looking for more targeted, more up-to-date traffic. Okay, in the internet marketing world, that place will be NetDivvy.com. All right, so if a search engine called Google can sell for over $600 per share because people right now trust the content, what do you think will happen once people realize that they can get the very best internet marketing videos and articles on NetDivvy.com? What do you think is going to happen? Well, this is where the opportunity lies for you. An opportunity for you to own the web. Okay? The opportunity for you to own the web, where people now searching for quality information will find that information and they'll get that information for you. Now, I don't want you guys to be mistaken. Okay, we don't want to be Google. We don't even want to be compared to Google because we're completely different. You see, if you're looking to learn what to do when your kid breaks out in hives, or you're looking for the best restaurants in your city, Google is your place. Okay, that's the place where you want to use. That's the place where I still use to get that information. All right, but if you are looking for lead generation, marketing techniques, internet marketing training, and valuable marketing, I should say network marketing or MLM or direct sell company information, you want to look no further than NetDivvy. All right, the question is, will you position yourself in front of this wave? All right, now let me explain to you what makes the NetDivvy search different. Now, all of the content is submitted by paying members, which means that some 13-year-old SEO genius kid, okay, in the middle of nowhere, can't manipulate the search engine to get there unless he's going to pay money. And most of the information is there and is by people that are essentially paying, that are in those companies that understand what's going on. All the content is manually reviewed. We don't use robots. We manually review them to make sure that the content is accurate and obviously valuable. Okay, the amount of money you make represents the amount of value you offer the world. So we want to make sure that the value is up to par in our standards on NetDivvy. Okay, most of the authors of the content are well educated, have experience, or have used the product, service, or information they are providing content for. All right, so we make sure that that information is accurate, and if it's not, we definitely make sure that it comes down. All right, because we want to make sure that the end user is getting the best and accurate information. We don't want to experience what you just witnessed earlier on Google. All right, so the opportunity is yours for the taking. Okay, if you understand history, you will understand, you can clearly see where you can position yourself. So let's get into a live NetDivvy demo. Okay, I want to show you a search demo so you can see how the content comes up inside of the NetDivvy system and how you can specifically position yourself in front of it. All right, real quick, I want to take you to a live NetDivvy search engine demonstration so you can see how powerful the NetDivvy system is and why you want to be in front of the traffic when people search. You see, if we take the same keyword that we used on Google, you can see marketing strategies here. You will see that all of the content that shows up will be information that was put into the system by the NetDivvy members. Now again, all of the content on NetDivvy was done by paid members and people that are utilizing the strategies and the tools and are in the company. So you're going to get valuable information. So as you can see, the first result that came up, small business marketing strategies, this person is not an executive member, so you can see their content isn't green. But they still came up first, which is proof that you don't even have to necessarily be an executive member to get your content to come up first in the search engines inside of the NetDivvy system. As you can see, the content that shows up here that is green, this is individuals that are executive members. So you can see that it's green, which is the perception of, hey, these are people that are paying, these are people that obviously know what it is that they're talking about, and people that are branding themselves. So for example, you can see their images are a little bit bigger than the images on the free members, and obviously it's allowing you to stand out in the crowd much better. For example, what is network marketing, and how to market real estate online, and all types of different marketing strategies, which is pretty broad. Now, what you want to do is learn how to go after search terms that are, I like to say long-tailed keywords that people are actually looking to create an action. So for example, how to create, let's say, headlines, how to create subject or headlines that convert. Maybe something that an internet marketer would be looking for. So how to create headlines that convert. Now you can see that I wrote an article that says how to write email headlines that convert, how to make your blog convert. So see, it pulls up a lot of accurate information. So for example, if I click on how to write this blog post right here, or I should say this article, how to write email headlines that convert, and people open, if I click on that, that's going to take me right inside of my article inside of the NetDivvy system. Now, the first thing I want you to notice that right on the top right, if you're an executive member, you will have the About the Author widget, which has your little bio. It has links to all of your social media accounts so people can connect with you. It also has all of your additional content that you've submitted into the NetDivvy system. So if you're a person that's giving accurate information, your content is going to show up here. So you can see videos, articles, and all of my recent blog posts. People can continue to find you. Now, this is a very, very powerful tool. As you can see, as you come down to the bottom of the article, you can see the signature. You have people that are leaving comments. So you're getting a lot of social interaction. So this is a really cool article. Now, the reason you do this is because you want to be able to provide value. But what's cool about the NetDivvy system is when you submit content, it doesn't only just show up on NetDivvy, it shows up on Google. So if I were to go to Google, and if I were to type in how to write email headlines that convert, okay, and I just simply search here, you can see that the NetDivvy article shows up first. Because people that are in internet marketing, they want to see their emails open. So you can see here we are on Google. Okay, if we come down here, you can see this is the article. So if I click on this, you can see they're going to take them right back into the NetDivvy system. So it's like a double whammy. So essentially when people are searching on Google, they find you. When people are searching in the NetDivvy search engine, they find you. And as people start to realize that the content that you see on the NetDivvy system is much more accurate than the information you can get just on Google, you now become a resource, and you become a tool and a valuable resource to people looking for that information. So that's why you want to submit your content into the NetDivvy system. And if you're a paid member, you can do that. All right, so you can see one of the cool features on NetDivvy. If you come to the home page, okay, all of the executive members' content gets streamed to the home page. So when you submit a video, when you submit an article, when you submit a blog post, it's going to show up right on the home page with your photo branding you as a leader, as well as if you're an executive, it rotates amongst the active executives and it will show a picture of you again branding yourself as a leader. Okay, imagine when you're showing your product and services to people and you send them the NetDivvy and they see your content, they see your information, you're going to be more attractive in their eyes. All right, so let's get back to the presentation so we can really close everything out and hopefully get you started putting up content to the NetDivvy system quickly. All right, so I hope you got a lot of information from that video, a lot of cool things that you can do within the NetDivvy system. Now, if you are not a NetDivvy member yet, okay, be sure to register right now and learn how to effectively implement the money formula today. Okay, if you go to the Fast Start Guide, we'll show you how to get everything set up, how to utilize the money formula, which is TLVOD, traffic, leads. Okay, you want to provide those leads with value. You want to essentially make an offer, and you want to create duplication. Okay, and if you are a NetDivvy member, be sure to share this video or blog post and leave a comment because I always love the feedback. You see, sharing content and providing feedback is much appreciated and will be rewarded. You see, we want to make sure that we give value to everyone that's looking. And that's your way that we can give back. And often we give out special things to the people who are more active on the site. So hopefully you got a ton of value from this quick blog post and video. And I look forward to seeing you inside of the NetDivvy system. Take care.